forced multiracial harmonizing. What does that mean? Everywhere you look in Western civilization, multiracialism doesn't work, right? It just doesn't work. There's friction everywhere. And why is it friction? Why is there friction everywhere you look in Western civilization? Superficially, you think it's because, well, people look different, or because they eat a different food in the morning, or they have a different language, or they did whatever it might be, right? Superficially. But the reason why it has never worked in all of human history, in my opinion, it's all my opinion. Go to MSNBC for the truth, for facts. The reason why is because all of that exterior has a source, and it's inside the people. So you could say, like you do to white people increasingly, you can't have Christmas, you can't have Independence Day, you can't have Columbus Day, you can't this, you can't that, you can't white erase the and shit out of everything, right? You don't get any of it, because then everything will be good. Won't be good. Because even though you white erase us from the environment, you haven't white erased until we are. I know y'all are trying real hard, you anti-whites out there, until we're gone. But you'll still have the problem, of course, of all of these different non-white races and their biospiritual projections on environments. They just don't get along. So what has to happen in Western civilization so that it doesn't immediately crumble as a consequence of multiracialism? Lots of money, time, and genius has to be put to finding ways to make it work. Ultimately, or to make it seem like it works, to amend all of the bleeding. It's like a patient. It's like, I don't know, it's like Jalen coming into the hospital, and think of all of the blood they've got to pump into him that's coming out all the holes at the same time. And my sympathies go out to his family. It's the same thing. The body of the West, of Western civilization now, is bleeding out. And forced multiracial harmonization is an attempt to sort of triage, to maybe put a finger in some of these holes, to pump more blood into it. Long as there are more currencies, as long as there's a big enough threat from the government that you'll be victimized if y'all don't get along. But of course, that's not what it is. That's not what it's going to come down to. Ultimately, what it comes down to is victimizing white people. And non-white people end up being collateral beneficiaries when white people are victimized. They force us. This is what forced multiracial harmonizing is. Efforts designed to ameliorate the progressive tension hostility between racial ethnic groups in racially ethnically diverse populations. Such efforts take various forms and consume massive resources in time, money, energy, and intelligence. The thing that's really messed up, it always causes me to pause to think about it, that all of the time, talent, and money spent on forced multiracial harmonizing, if that money and genius had been used elsewhere, if it had not been put into a kiln and just cooked away, which is what's happening, how many diseases might we have cured? How many vaccinations that would be totally legitimate and would actually keep us safe from who knows how many things on planet Earth? Think about never getting sick again. On and on. Problems with the economy, problems with governance, problems with travel, on and on. How much more might we have done if incalculable sums of money, which means the time of intelligent people wasted, the efforts of intelligent people undermined. It's impossible to fathom. That's how big it is. It's public and private sector, departments, classes, codes, laws, trainings, professions, and punishments. It's just endless. Everywhere you look in Western civilization, your entire life. You're a white person, you live in endless, recurring fear that you're going to have to attend another anti-white obedience training at university, at your grade school, at your job. And if you don't act just right, if you don't villainy signal just right, if you haven't hired enough non-white, if you haven't discriminated against enough white people by hiring enough non-white people without considering white people for jobs or promotions, then it's your ass that is going to suffer. And that means your family. That means everybody you care about. Forced multiracial harmonizing.